you remember wanting to be a detective when you were younger? Maybe you still want to be the next Sherlock Holmes. If so, you'll be excited to know that studying for the SAT is actually helping you hone your detective skills. This lesson is all about looking for clues in the question and strategically picking numbers in order to get to the right answer. Let's start by taking a look at a question that asks you to express an equation in terms of a specific variable. As usual, the first thing we need to do is carefully read the question for clues. If for an integer a, 3 times x squared is equal to 2 times a, then what is the value of 3x minus a times 3x plus a in terms of a? Our clues are in the question and the answer choices. Both contain variables, so we know that we can use the picking number strategy. Since all of our answer choices are in terms of a, let's start by picking a number for the variable a. But do you see that 3 on the other side of the equation? When we go to solve for x, we're going to have to divide by 3. So let's pick a number that is divisible by 3. Keeping this in mind, let's pick 6 for a. Now, from the question stem, we know that 3 times the square of x equals 2 times a. Plugging 6 into this equation in place of a, we get 3x squared equals 2 times 6. The equation becomes 3 times the square of x equals 12. We then want to solve for x by first dividing both sides of the equation by 3. Now we have x squared equals 4. Taking the square root of each side of the equation, we find that x equals 2. Let's go back to the question now. We see that we aren't done yet because we aren't actually looking for x. What we want is 3x minus a times 3x plus a in terms of a. Since we know that we can use 2 for x and 6 for a, we want to go back and plug both variables into the equation. We get 3 times 2 minus 6 times 3 times 2 plus 6. Doing the multiplication, we get 6 minus 6 times 6 plus 6, which becomes 0 times 12, or 0. Since plugging in the numbers we picked gave us 0 after solving the equation in the question, 0 is now the number we need to get when we plug the same variables into the answer choices. The one that matches our number is our correct answer choice. This might seem like it takes a while, but don't worry. The more you practice, the more quickly you'll get through this process. Let's look at our answer choices again. We'll write out answer choice A, which is 3 times a squared, so we can do the work. Plugging in 6 for a, we get 3 times 6 squared. Since 6 squared, or 6 times 6, is 36, the equation becomes 3 times 36. We don't actually have to do that last multiplication step, since we already know that the answer will not be 0. Answer choice B is 9 times a squared. Plugging in for a, we get 9 times 6 squared, or 9 times 36, which definitely isn't 0. Okay, we've done a lot of math, but stay with me. We know we picked numbers and applied correctly, so we just have to keep plugging into the answer choices till we find the perfect match. We've only got 2 answer choices to go. Looking at answer choice C, we need to plug into the expression 2 times a plus a squared. This becomes 2 times 6 plus 6 squared, or 12 plus 36. Again, this isn't equal to 0. Finally, we get to answer choice D. The expression is 6 times a minus a squared. This becomes 6 times 6 minus 6 squared, or 36 minus 36, which is 0, which means D is our answer. Go ahead, indulge in the sweet taste of victory before we wrap this lesson up. By picking a number for A, the case was cracked wide open. If you go through all of the answer choices on a problem and none of them match your number, don't panic, just pick new numbers and try again. It may seem time-consuming now, but the more questions you apply the picking numbers strategy to, the faster and more efficient you'll get. The moral of the story, practice makes perfect.